Welcome back to the channel, folks. I am Matt. Hope you're all doing well. Now, this one was a really tough video to put together. I spent my last few days trying to think of the most used knives of mine in the year of 2026. Obviously, this is so far. Now, I tried to whittle it down. I couldn't do that, so there's going to be some honorary mentions, but we're going to go from like 5th to 1st. So at the end, I'm going to tell you my most used and do a few honorary mentions as well. Now, I must say, not all of these came out in 2026, but I'm doing my most used, and this was definitely one of them. The Vosteed Marten 330, really good value here. You got an aluminum handle with some texture on it, 154 cm steel, about a 3.3 inch blade, hence the name. Really useful drop point. It's got Vosteed's top liner lock design, great action. I can use my right hand. That's usually a gauge for how good the action is. While I know this was still pretty popular, I think it flew under the radar a little bit, you know, next to the raccoons, the porcupines, things like that. Really nice knife. And not badly priced for what you get. I think it's in the low hundreds. Cool backspacer there, reversible pocket clip, really good everyday carry knife. Now, if you've watched some of my videos, you know I like little knives. This thing is just a great little box cutter here. This is the Cuo Thorn. Now, there's a lot of mini knives out there. Really like this one though. It's a liner lock and you got multiple different deployment options. So you got a flipper tab right here. You got a front flipper, and then you got a little hole as well. Very useful blade shape. Like I said, if you just need like a good box cutter, you want a step above, the, you know, a utility knife or something, this one fits the bill. I like the pocket clip as well, reversible. It's almost like a mini Griffin. Different blade shape, but you can see, you know, the styling. The mini Griffin has all these different ways of deployment as well. G10 scales, it's a nice one. I think this goes for around 60 to 70 bucks or so. Definitely worth it if you want a little fifth pocket knife. Okay, up next is something I would say is a fidget toy first and a knife second. This is a double detent. It's the Vero Neuron. It came out, I think, a year or two ago, but the reason it's so fun is just this. So you can do that all day long. You can do the front flipper here. It's got a little fuller as well. Oh, didn't get it that time. So, you know, it's not a hard use knife. If you put your thumb too far up here, you're going to end up breaking that detent. You got some jimping back here. You want to hold it like that. And see, even then I can kind of push it forward. Maybe more like that. And then you got a nice little box cutter or a little everyday carry knife. But like I said, if you want something that's, you know, even for breaking down tons of cardboard, I probably wouldn't go with this. But it's a good, like, you know, package opener, EDC, gentleman's carry type of knife. So basically you got a little detent on both sides there. And this is a left-handed version. And then it breaks. Titanium M390. It's fun, but like I said, it's, for me, it's like a fidget toy first and a knife second. Up next, we got a new version of an oldie but goodie, the PM2, but this is the G10 Salt version. I think it came out a year or so ago. Feel free to correct me in the comments. The reason I like this so much is it's like 20 bucks more than the regular S30V version, but this one is DLC Magna Cut, really well heat treated as well. I think they hit it around 63 or so. And you got these really grippy G10 scales that are coming on their Salt versions. Obviously they have the Salt lightweight as well, but this is the Salt G10. So for 20 bucks more, you get, you know, even grippier G10 scales, a DLC coated blade, Magna Cut. It's definitely worth it. You know, while Spyderco is already fairly high priced, kind of surprised they didn't price this one higher, like up there closer to like the Maximet one and stuff like that. I did put a lynch clip on this, but I'm gonna keep the scales. Now that was 4, I have 3 more. I thought I was gonna do top 5, but just decided not to. I couldn't help myself. Then there is a couple honorable mentions at the end. I'm sorry guys. Up next, we do have the North Mountain Blade Chop copper crossbar version. You can see the copper blade there. They do have one that has copper scales as well. I believe this one's considered a chop too, but I'm all over the place with their naming because there's so many different chop versions, because there's also a chop 2 that's a button lock as well. This brand really changed my opinion on Tontos. You can see there, it's just a really, really cool blade shape. They make some that don't have the copper blade as well, or the copper, you know, layer in there. On the inside, you have like 10 CR steel, fairly close to VG10. G10. Then it's like a 5-layer knife, but that's your core. Very, very cool blade shape, kind of more on the tactical side, but it's still very useful even for EDC. You got, you know, an edge right here and an edge right here, and then sort of a point right there. While this is a Tanto, it's almost rounded right there, so it's close to not being a Tanto. They got that 45 caliber round up top there instead of thumb studs. G10 scales, reversible clip on these. Their products are really nice. This one's in like the $180 range, I think, but they have some that are around $100. And then there's like budget D2 ones as well that are like 60 bucks, I think. Love the ergos on this. It feels great. Really good action for a crossbar lock as well. Just about the perfect amount of stiffness for me when it comes to Omega springs. But yeah, I'm going to do a full review on this here coming up soon. It's a really unique knife. North Mountain Blades just a unique company, and they changed my mind on a lot of things. All right, number 2, we got the MSI Mini. Now, I just like this size better than the regular MSI. It's definitely more, you know, pocketable and carryable for me. It's got their ram lock, so it's a crossbar lock, but it's got a center coil spring, so it's going to be a lot more durable, less likely to go out on you because there's no Omega springs. Frag handle, you do have a reversible clip as well. Not super heavy for an aluminum knife. Really like the action. I like it better than the full size. You know, those thumb studs, it just shoots out a little bit better. When I'm deploying a crossbar lock, a lot of times I kind of let it go beforehand so you can notice it, you know, gets stuck right there, and then I go like that. Just kind of a habit. Really useful blade shape, great for EDC. I like this knife a lot. If you've been on the fence with it, definitely worth it. Great ergos on this as well. Your thumb sits right there on that ramp. Just perfect size to me. All right, number 1, and then I'm going to give you some honorable mentions. The TRM Bulldog Rev B. Now, this is an imperfect knife. It's got lock stick, like more than just about any crossbar lock I've ever had. See, there it goes. But honestly, that's kind of part of why I like it. And for fidgeting, it's just kind of fun. And I love the sound on this. Let me put it up to the mic here. So, really cool. I love the blade shape. It is a MagnaCut blade. They heat treat their MagnaCut about 63. Ergos are pretty good. It's a little small, but my pinky just sits, you know, right on the edge there. There's just something about this knife. I think it's the action. I think it's that sound. I think it's the super strong Omega springs. The blade shape, the way their G10 feels, I don't know. I ended up just carrying this thing a ton this year. So kind of odd how that can happen sometimes. You know, a knife that's definitely imperfect, that has flaws, you still end up loving it. And that's this guy for me. Now, I got some honorable mentions here. The Ontario Rat 1.5. This is a special edition that I got from Blade Runner Outpost that has the 80s carbon fiber scales. But you can get this in G10 for under $100 with MagnaCut, and their MagnaCut heat treat is freaking fantastic. So this is definitely one of the best values out there. The action feels kind of old school. It's not the smoothest knife for sure, but just for what you get, definitely worth it, and gotta give this a shout out. Another one, the GeoKnife Ethereal. Now the G10 version here, you can get for under $100. M390, really well made. And if you like crossbar locks, this one has a nice stiff spring as well. Another one, the Big Eye Designs Overlook. This is just a little guy. The action is freaking fantastic on it. It has phosphor bronze washers, and the deployment's just insane. It feels like glass. It is a frame lock, reversible clip. I have it on the weird side because I'm a weird lefty, but I think I can deploy this one as well with my right hand. Sort of, kind of. There we go. Also, shout out to the Microtech UTX85, the new version. Just the deployment on this feels so much better. I love it. Also, for box cutters, the Rivery Zero here is just insanely fidgety. This one's been out a while. You might have seen it, but definitely been using this a lot. And then finally, a couple fixed blades that I've been loving, especially the smaller one here, the Minnow from Creeley Blades. This one is Magnamax, but the blade shape on this is just super duper slicey. It's a 3-finger knife. Really like it. Here's a little bit bigger one. This one's called the Mako, and this one's in MagnaCut, but check out that really thin, slicey blade. So, really appreciate you guys watching the video. Let me know down in the comments what your most carried knife of 2026 so far has been. And please like if you enjoyed this video. That about wraps it up. Until next time, thanks for watching.